So what I'm about to say, a lot of people may not agree with me. A lot of people may feel like, I'm being harsh. A lot of people are going to take into consideration Princess's pregnancy and Ray J's history, or, the alleged things that he is supposedly doing as of late. But, Black YouTube, I'm like... Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Black YouTube Unlocked. So, I don't know where you've been if you don't know that Ray J and Princess Love is acting a complete donkey on these, internet streets, okay? Now, usually when I see couples doing this type of funana, I'm just like, whatever. I'm entertained by it sometimes. But once people, ordain their marriage and they start producing children, it's a whole nother ball game, and I feel like a lot of people are pointing the finger at Ray J when there was a lot of things that was disclosed that says a lot about Princess. Okay, now me personally, I already consider Princess to be a toxic person because of the things that she displayed on Love and Hip Hop with Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Princess has a touching issue. Okay, Princess has admitted to resolving conflict with getting physical. Okay, they was down here in my city acting a donkey. Okay, they was down here on Bourbon Street fighting and got arrested because Princess decided to put her hands on Ray J. Okay, so Princess has anger issues, she has a temper, and her way of resolving conflict is by getting physical. She's admitted that. Besides that, Princess has admitted to being a loner, not having friends, and I think one of the biggest mistakes that she made was marrying a social butterfly like Ray J. Princess is not Kim Kardashian, Lala, Monica, Gabrielle Union, Toya Wright, Tiny, Portia, Candy. She not one of those chicks that we see posted up with a couple of bad women taking trips and taking pictures and going out to dinner and going to the hookah. She not that type of chick. Okay, she don't really have a social life. She don't really have a circle of people, and that's a problem when you're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When you are in a relationship, you're supposed to have your own life, okay? And you partner up when you need to partner up. You partner up when it comes to raising children. You partner up when it's time for romance. You partner up when you're rearing your children, when you're whatever spiritual journey or religion you are a part of, when it comes to, businesses and buying shit, that's when you partner up. But as far two things that I told my husband when we were dating: whatever career I choose, it don't have anything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to interfere with whatever career you choose. This is my career. I have my circle of friends. My circle of friends don't have to be your circle of friends. I would prefer if my circle of friends was not your circle of friends, okay? So when people don't have their own life, when they're not really doing anything productive unless it involves their partner, that's the issue. Because when their partner is doing shit outside of them, it becomes a problem. And we've seen that with Ray J and Princess. Ray J is one of those people that, kikis with a lot of people. He like to rub shoulders. He's a businessman. He's trying to get all these business ventures off the ground. And Ray J is not that type of person. And so I feel like a lot of her issues comes from the two different personalities that they have. Now, Princess said something that really took me by surprise. When she was calling herself reading Ray J, she said, "Tell Mr. Scooty." Now, this is a man that thought of an idea, and his business was bought for multiple millions of dollars, and for her to play it like Mr. Scooty, that's the shit that I'm talking about. When your partner is doing something that doesn't involve you having a hand in it. Now, Princess, you benefiting from it while you joking about it. You eating and living in this big house and driving and flying and doing whatever it is that you do, you know, off of the Scooty bike business. Okay, now I know she sat up there and said she have her own money. She have Love and Hip Hop money. She ain't got Ray J money. Well, you know, depending on what they marriage arrangement is, I guess she do have Ray J money. But that shit like that just tells me what her mind, where her mindset is at. You know what I'm saying? So another thing that stuck out to me was that they both talked about how they're having an issue with moving. Ray J wants to move his family to Las Vegas. Princess doesn't even want to consider it. Okay? Oh my God, this piece of hair is getting on my nerves. Princess doesn't even want to consider it. Now, Princess's mindset is it's not a place to raise children. I'm not that familiar with Las Vegas, but what I can gather from Las Vegas is that it's like a touristy party town. Like that's what I get from it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Ray J is a businessman. Ray J is trying to network to build these businesses. He has to be where the scene is. Just like if you're in the South and you trying to do some grand shit, you gotta go to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the North, you gotta go to New York. So the thing about it is, Ray J, despite the things that he's done and is being alleged that he's doing now, innately Ray J is a family man. His parents are still married, okay? He's naturally a family-oriented person. That's why you see his mama done popped up on the scene already. That's why you see him on Instagram looking pitiful, asking his wife to see their daughter, okay? Because he's a family man. While you got other women out here who on, you know, Instagram and on the Shade Room, these baby mamas who saying, he send me money, Future send me money, but he ain't come see about his child. Rick Ross send me money, but he ain't come see about his son in 2 years. You see what I'm saying? Gucci Mane is being accused of not seeing some of his children. So, you know, you can't have everything when you're in a relationship. You can't have everything. But what I will say is they have some men who have money who will set their family up in one part of the world and do their business in another part of the world and try to separate the two. The fact that Ray J wants his family to be there, it says a lot. And honestly, see, you gotta know how men think. Men don't think like women. Men are doers. Whatever you tell them to do, that's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna do any more. They're not gonna do any less. What I'm gathering from Ray J is that Princess has an issue with him not being home. Okay? Now Ray J is going to do these business things that he has to do to get this money. My mind is telling me that Ray J is thinking, if I'm gonna do a lot of business in Vegas, maybe I should have my family in Vegas. So when I'm done with my business, I could go straight to the family and it's right there and I don't have to travel and fly and do all this type of stuff. That's what I'm thinking, because that's how men think. Men naturally are problem solvers and they are literally doers. Like if let me give you a prime example. I could have at the front of my door a garbage bag full of trash and a cardboard box that maybe I had like something that I bought from Amazon in it, right next to each other, right? And I could tell my husband, make sure that you take the trash out. He gonna pick up that garbage bag full of trash and go throw it in the trash bin outside. And then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be like, but why you ain't get the cardboard, box? Men are really like, you gotta break it down. They're not like women. They're not like women. Like, if you do it the opposite way, my husband could say, hey, can you get my jeans out of the dryer? Can you get my jeans out of the dryer? As a woman, when I go to the dryer and I see they have some jeans in there, they have some shirts, some socks, I'm going to get the jeans out the dryer, but I'm going to get the other pieces of clothing out of the dryer too and fold it up. That's how women think. Men don't think like that. So when you're dealing with men, you have to be very detailed. And I think that Ray J wanting his family to be in Vegas is because he really think he pleasing Princess, but she don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck about all that other shit, strippers and all that dumb shit, because that's minuscule to me. Because what's that girl name? Princess has dealt with that shit. She already caught him with strippers and all that. I'm talking about shit that stuck out to me. And what stuck out to me is that they are having an issue when it comes to where they're going to settle their family. That's the big issue here. And Princess comes off as she gonna make you do what she wants you to do, and she gonna make you respond to her. Because if you, when Princess first blasted him, she admitted that he blocked her number, he blocked her on Instagram. And so I feel like her last resort was, I'm going to take this to social media, so now you can't block me there, and now everybody know your business. And that's why this is unraveling like this, because for whatever reason, Ray J blocked her from communicating with him, and she blasted him. So I feel like, yeah, people looking at Ray J and, all this type of shit, but Princess is very toxic. She's very toxic. You don't have to know what's going on inside a person's marriage to know if a person is toxic or not. All you have to do is look at how they're handling what's going on inside their marriage. And I don't care what nobody say. Every response that Ray J has put out regarding this situation, I agree with. We supposed to be a united front. We supposed to deal with this behind closed doors. We supposed to be stronger than ever. We about to have our second child. I agree with all of that. The nigga on camera apologizing, crying. He done called his mama. He don't know where his child at. And I can't stand when women use children as a pawn. I done cut off some friends for doing that dumb, ignorant, ghetto ass shit. You don't use your child as a pawn, okay? You don't do that. That shit is ignorant, and that devalues your child. Your child is not some shit that you use to play with your mate with. Oh, well, if you don't do what I want, then you ain't gonna see the baby. Women, y'all need to stop doing that dumb shit. Because let me tell you, I know a lot of women who played that game, and they got played when that nigga stopped picking up the phone and stopped looking for the child, okay? Let me tell you something about men. If you are hassling a man will leave his children behind just to get away from a toxic woman. I've seen it happen to a lot of women. Women have to be more strategic and more intelligent when you are navigating through relationships or co-parenting or whatever. That keeping children away, that shit is played out. That shit is old. And it's backfiring on a lot of women. Because men, they're starting to give these men full custody. And some of these men just saying, you know what? If I got to deal with this, then it's F you and the child. So, a lot of this shit that's playing out on Instagram and the Shade Room, a lot of this shit needs to be a lesson to people. What not to do. Okay? So tell me how you feel down in the comment section below. Deuces.